Today, extremism and terrorism are one of the most serious threats in the modern world. Kazakhstan has also faced his threat in recent years. One of the reasons for this is the country's geopolitical situation conditioned by changes in the foreign policy situation, including instability in the countries of Near and Middle East, geographically close to the Central Asian region. On the other hand, every year extremist and terrorist activities are becoming more organized, actively using the internet space to promote their ideas. Young people with an unsettled worldview, having socio-economic problems, a low level of religious literacy, lack of moral and patriotic education, fall into the field of influence. Targeted effect on the conscience of young people leads to a loss of a sense of patriotism and national identity, cultural, moral and family values. From 2008 to 2013, the number of people convicted of terrorist crimes in Kazakhstan increased from 27 to 171, and for extremist crimes from 56 to 168. Over the past 5 years, 70 foreigners involved in the activities of international extremist or terrorist organizations have been detained in Kazakhstan. Terrorist immigration has become more active in conflict zones. Branches of various non-traditional religious movements and streams are being created. Analysis of terrorist acts that occurred in Kazakhstan. 55% of terrorists are people under 20 years old. 35% are people between 30 and 38 years old. Only 10% are people over 40 years old. Results of sociological surveys of students of Kazakhstan universities. 12.4% positively evaluate the activity of new cults and associations. Almost 30% of respondents found it hard to answer this question. 13.1% show a denial and rejection of other people's religious views and positions. 13.1% faced with attempts to be attracted to religious associations of non-traditional type. These data lead to an understanding of need for more active work to prevent and divert young people from destructive ideas, including through its involvement in socio-economical and political processes. In this direction, special attention should be paid to preventive work and modernization of information and advocacy work among young people in risk. This will allow timely detection of new threats and challenges as well as develop adequate response measures. Realizing the importance of this problem, the initiative student group NOdresscode joined forces to counteract the involvement of youth in extremist and terrorist organizations. The group conducts scientific, analytical and sociological researches to study the causes and conditions of dissemination of religious extremism and terrorism among young people, develops mechanisms to increase the effectiveness of targeted awareness raising and preventive work among young people, organizes public events involving experts, scientists and government officials who coordinate issues of preventing religious extremism and terrorism and promoting a model of inter-ethnic and inter-religious harmony.
Слоган и сообщения нашей команды.
The slogan and message of our team mean that the appearance of a person, his race, nationality, gender, religion, his education, profession, success in society are not important to us. It is important for us to unite the efforts of different people in preventing the spread of ideas of terrorism, extremism, nationalism. We are for unity. Each person and his contribution to the fight against extremism are important to us. No discrimination, no extremism.
Проводимые группы NOdresscode мероприятия.
The activities carried out by the NOdresscode group are addressed to the target audience, which includes students from University of Karaganda, senior students of innovative education lyceums and secondary schools. The age range of target audience is 17-25 years. Young people of this age group are at risk of being influenced by nationalist, extremist, totalitarian and sectarian organizations, the terrorist community, because of loneliness, personal and financial problems, undivided feelings, emotional imbalance, lack of confidence, misunderstanding of their action by others. They can be easily influenced by others. They are in search of themselves, personal, professional and career self-determination and self-assertion, trying to find their own importance in a circle of associates. All this can be used for psychological impact and enslavement, influencing religion, in calculating nationalist views, socio-domestic extremism. Young people falling into the influence of a leader, subjected to a psychological indoctrination. Their ideas become for them the main and the only system of values and standards of conduct.
В рамках нашего проекта
Within the framework of the project, scientific, analytical and sociological researches will be carried out to study the causes and conditions for the dissemination of religious extremism and terrorism among young people. Mechanisms for increasing the effectiveness of targeted awareness raising and prevention work among young people will be developed.
We call on the youth of Kazakhstan and the whole world to join our movement. Do not let the spread of ideas of terrorism, extremism, nationalism. We are for unity. Each person and his contribution to the fight against extremism are important to us. No discrimination, no extremism.